Hey everybody, welcome to the Pink Riot Comic Show. It's your girl Keisha, aka High Havoc. I'm here with my awesome, amazingly beautiful, fantastic co-host, Bree. How are you doing, babe?
What up, love? I'm doing good. Wait, did we get a haircut? Period.
Okay, so the haircut came because love Ajira. Shout out to Ajira. But
1000%.
that being called a dapper gentleman
The
definitely stuck
shade,
with me.
yeah, the shade.
And I was like, oh,
See,
I can't be called that.
what y'all
And
not about to do is be bullying my co-host into cutting her hair when she was saying she was growing it out.
oh,
That's
that
crazy.
got thrown out the window. Like once it hit a certain point, and I was like, yeah, all right. I might as well just cut it too. It's fine.
Clearly, that's what happened. That's crazy. Well, you
Yeah.
look fabulous either way, but I was like, not we crispy today, no, we
Yeah.
crispy today.
The do-rag came off like a solid 5 minutes before I got on here.
As it
So
should. As it should.
so yeah. Outside of that, I'm chilling. It is spring break. The
Period.
children are home.
Ooh, that is so crazy because mine's spring break was a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, no.
Yeah. He was on
They've
spring
had
break
a
when I was at Coachella.
that's dope actually. Like the oldest has been home since last Friday.
Okay.
But they both been home all week long.
Okay.
And yeah, and this is the first time where I was like, oh, y'all are old because y'all are not up under me. I thought they would be.
They found some business, huh?
Yeah, they found business to be in. I was like, oh, this is new. I don't know. I don't know how I
What is
feel about
this?
it.
What is this? Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good until you sit with it for a minute and then you're like, oh wait.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly that.
Dwayne, what's up? How you doing, man?
What up, what up?
Okay, so because I had a lot of time and usually I have Thursdays off, I
Yeah, yeah.
did quite a bit. I've been up since like 5 in the morning and I just like hit a spark of influence and I was like,
Period.
I know how I'm gonna do these things for Pink Riot. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Y'all, I
Just
always know when she gets one of these sparks because I start getting all the notifications for the Pink Riot email, and I'll be like, "Ooh, Keisha working. She got up
oh,
and
so you still
she was with the shits today, and I love to see it."
yeah.
But I'll be like, "I have meetings all day, but I'll still get the notifications like, oh, she ain't playing today."
Yeah, today was one of those days. I was like, oh, Bree's probably seen all these emails and this confirmation of this purchase and
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll randomly get a text message where she's like, do you like this or do you like this? Or she would go with this or she would go with that. And I'd be like, I want to look at it, but because I see the notification,
Mhm.
but I intentionally like have my phone on one part so that way I'm not just like glued to it all day. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
I'll be in meetings and be like, dang it, I want to see what she's talking about. But I can't look at it right now. So when I finally
No.
do get it, I'll be like, okay, Keisha. Yeah, Keisha be like, the
Yeah.
inspiration has sprung. We about to get her done today. Real shit.
Yes. That's really what happened. Uh it was a lot of inspiration. So I was like, I bet. Now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, damn, I might look like a dapper gentleman still. This is a
Stop that immediately. That's all right. Shame on you, Ajira.
No,
Shame.
no. I'm happy you doing good, Dwayne. I'm happy you doing good, man. Yeah, it's been, you know, it's been inspiring this past week.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah,
speak
it's
more
been
about that. I
inspiring.
like that word.
I think it has something, or at least I want to tie it to sinners and stuff, and just like what I see
Yes.
people doing online, and just this boom of creativity or the spark of motivation that I'm seeing a lot of people have. I was like, oh,
Creativity, motivation, positivity. I think that makes a huge difference. Like, I
mm-hmm.
clearly didn't feel it to the same strength that you did, or maybe I did. I just haven't been able to act on it because I've been at work. But like, it's more fun to create in this space and comment on what's happening when you have such excellent source material
Yeah,
and the general feeling is a positive one and everyone's pushing it out. Like, unless you've been living under a rock, there's no way to escape the, like, though it was a very like heavy and loaded piece of art to consume and
mm-hmm.
process, it
Yeah,
still resonated with this feeling of hope and reclamation, and the fact that it's not just the story, it's like the Ryan Coogler is like everybody's cousin you want to root for because he's just, that humble and genuine, so you want to root for him. And then the cast is phenomenal. So, and they're seeing their chemistry everywhere.
yeah,
Then the story is like so deeply rooted. And then you hear like that it's a win on top of a win because they came out the first weekend making a little over 60 mil. And it's like their budget was 90 mil. So if they ate that up in the first weekend, it's a win all the way around. Then on top of that, you got Ryan Coogler demanding that his contract look a certain way so
yeah.
that they
That
can play about
contract.
him and his story, his IP.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that he has been pitching this script or this concept for the script for
since
like 5
Wakanda.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was trying to make this Blade's origin story and kept getting no's. And so he just like reworked it and finessed it so that it could be his own thing. So it makes sense that he'd be like, nah, y'all wanted to play in my face about the story before. So now I've completely reworked it where it's my story. So you're going to let me own it like it's my story. I'm not playing
I
those
mean,
games. That's unprecedented. So it's like
yeah,
a win on a win on a win on a win. So I feel you on like the good energy
yeah,
being like an inspiration or making you more inclined to want to create more because it feels good. It's like you see somebody else winning. That's why I don't understand haters, because it's like seeing somebody else winning should energize you, not make you
yeah,
jealous. You know what I mean? So I
and
feel you. That's how I know you're a real one, because seeing somebody else winning is energizing you, not making you
yeah,
jealous. Yeah.
it is really one just like the just being inundated with all of the critiques. Oh, not even critiques, but just like people examining and like peeling apart the different layers of the movie. I
Yeah.
want to say it's a little overwhelming, but I understand why, and I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. Like, it's been a very long time since we've gotten something original. I know I say it constantly. I say it in comics. I say it in movies. I say it in anything. Like, I'm very over the remakes, we don't need, I always say we don't need a million and one Superman stories. We don't need a million and one
Yeah.
Batman stories. I got pissed
Exactly.
seeing that Batman Hush thing. I If it's great, it's cool, whatever. But like, just yearning for something original and to see
Yeah.
something as inclusive as Sinners out. I just thought it was I thought it was great. I'm not going to say phenomenal. And here's my hot take.
Oh, okay. Say that.
It's a solid movie. I will
Yeah.
never, it's a very solid movie. Nobody, I just, I had some issues with it, but that's fine, right? I don't want people thinking that it needs to be perfect, because then I feel like there's a level of, anti-blackness and stuff that happens with that kind of conversation. You should never be looking for perfection when you're talking about art and whatnot. But I thought it was a solid movie. I had like a handful of issues with it, but it did not deter from the fact that I had a time with this movie. It was absolutely beautiful. Um, I said it even on our page on what is it called? On Threads. I was like, this is a love story. Cause that's the only thing I really took from it. Like, yeah, there's vampires and all this crap, and it's really awesome. But it was a love story for me. Like the love
A love
between,
story about music.
yes, love story about music, but also like those relationships were fully fairly fleshed out and beautiful to witness. Like especially seeing the differences between the different relationships, like, and if
Yeah.
y'all could talk about it in chats if y'all but like the difference between Smoke and Annie and Stax and Mary, like seeing it, it was even Preacher Boy and what's her name, the singer, the one is
Yeah.
Mary but she was still
Pearline.
Pearline. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we about to get this razzle dazzle regardless." But trying to steer clear of spoilers because I'm a firm believer in let it breathe before you start dropping too much. Because I
Yeah.
will say that is the only downside of, and I knew it was going to be like that because this was like one of my most anticipated movies of the year. So I was sat, okay? I seen this last week Thursday. No, last week was it Thursday? It was either Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
I
you
was
said Thursday. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I was sat because I was gonna pull up for Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, like period.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Charlie.
vampires, black vampires, like give me all of that. So we were gonna be set regardless. And I'm about to go see it again because how Ryan Coogler intended it. The 70 millimeter, they're only having it
I'm a
on
little
so many
jealous.
screens. And I looked it up and was gonna go to San Francisco, but then I went to my comic shop, shout out to the fam at Cape and Cowl, and they let me know that one of the theaters in Oakland actually has a screen too. So I'm not sure why it wasn't listed on the list that I seen about it, but apparently because Ryan Coogler's from the Bay, he did a screening at that location for that. So I'm
Mm.
like, okay, we're gonna have to pull up to that location to see it because I must put my money in Oakland before I put it in San Francisco, but definitely gonna go see it again with the larger presentation for IMAX and all of that so that I can like do a proper comparison. But
Mhm.
the way that so my first time seeing it was like I did regular screen because I wanted like a big
Yeah.
comparison. But I
Mhm.
did do D-Box because I haven't been to like a regular screening of anything in a hot
What's
minute.
a
So
D-box?
so D-Box is where the seats move. So like
Oh, okay.
yeah, so they have it where you can like you get that specific seat, they turn it on. You can
Mhm.
increase it from like a 1 to a 2 to a 3 intensity for it. So I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. I'm gonna put it at a 3. I have gone to see some movies in D box where I was just like, I could have kept my little extra money for that, whatever. But this was
Mhm.
not one of them, and I'll tell you why. So with the D box, if like they're zooming in with the camera or if there's movement, your seat goes along with it. So you kind of feel like you're floating and leaning forward type of vibes.
Mm.
But because there were elements of like suspense, like thriller-esque moments, the
Right.
jump scares actually like jolt you. So it makes them that much more just impactful. And that was
Mhm.
my first time seeing like a horror, thriller, suspenseful, jump scare type of movie. Normally, I go see like action movies or animated movies or whatever with Christopher, and they're fun because
Mhm.
it feels like you're in it. But this was like a whole different level. And the scene, one scene, I don't think this is a spoiler because I feel like everyone and their grandmother is talking about the scene because it's just that impactful. But
The
there is a
music one?
scene, yes, there is a very impactful musical scene that like hits you square in the feels. And that
Yeah.
particular scene with the D box was like, there's a lot of sounds going on top of the music so that you understand that it's like transcending space and time, and these griots through all of space and time are like interconnected, and all of
Yeah.
those sounds were like resonating through the seat. I was like, wow, this is insane right now. So it's automatically like a win for me. I told you I like go into movies like, did I have a good time? 100% yes. Would I
Yeah.
recommend it to someone else?
Yeah.
100% yes. Could I name 3 things that stood out to me and stuck with me? 100%
Hey,
yes. So to
Cliff.
me, it's a good movie. Of
Yeah.
course, upon a rewatch, you'll come up with whatever critiques or nitpicky things, but anything that you have to say will literally just be that, nitpicky
Yeah.
things. Because
Yeah.
overall,
For
like,
sure.
it's an excellent movie.
Overall, it's a very, very solid, very good movie. What
Yeah.
since you're going back, I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask you to do this because and I don't think this should be a spoiler for anybody.
Yeah.
But what happens with Stacks, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Check his eyes. Let me know when you figure out what color they are.
Oh, I peeped that the first time. I don't have to
Yeah,
watch it.
right. So I peeped it
Yeah.
and it didn't make sense until the mid-credit scene for me. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is very different. Something happened. And I
Yeah.
couldn't remember when the first time I saw that. Like, couldn't remember it. So just let me know. Since you're watching it a
So,
second
yeah,
time, just let me
well,
know
since
when.
since we're not doing spoilers this episode, I'll talk to
Mhm.
you again, and then we'll bring it up later, but, like, yeah,
Okay.
that was something that I peeped the first time watching it, and I was waiting for,
Yeah.
like, some
An
clarity
X with
about why that
right.
was, and
Right.
it wasn't like a hit you over the head obvious answer,
It
so I was
wasn't.
like, "Did I miss something?" That's another reason why I'm like, "Oh, yeah, we running it
You
back
didn't.
regardless."
Yeah.
Y'all,
That
I'm the type of person, I seen Black Panther in theaters like 6 times, so
it,
those numbers that Black Panther didn't happen by accident. It's
oh
us showing
no.
up and
Everybody
pulling
was
up.
showing up multiple times.
Yeah, so
Like
I will be doing that
he's a
for theaters
phenomenal
as well.
director.
Yeah, period.
Yeah. So yeah, I since you're gonna go see it, like when I went to go see it, I did the dine-in thing and we ordered the food and it came to our seats. It was a
Okay,
great
bougie
experience.
bitch.
Yeah, it was, it was an expensive reenactment of sitting in my couch. So like watching the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. Um Let me know. And I think this is a movie I'm gonna have to like buy when it comes out
Oh, for
because
sure.
yeah,
For sure.
because and I've been trying to avoid all of those nitty-gritty, and I don't know how people could put out that kind of content so fast where they're like, here are the 105 Easter eggs. And I'm like, how the fuck did you get that? It
Yeah.
just came out. But
Right,
I'm
like,
I'm
yeah,
interested in like
let it breathe.
figuring out. Yeah, like I'm interested in figuring out like just how peeling apart the layers of this movie for myself. I've been
Yeah.
avoiding the deep dives. I'm going to do that in a couple of months after like I've had some time away from it, come back
Yeah.
to it and really like peel it apart for myself. But yeah, like
I love
overall,
that we be on the same tip because I'm like,
yeah.
y'all really out here doing like 20-minute think pieces, and here's all of the spoilers you missed, or here's all of the Easter eggs you missed. I'm like, no, I haven't missed
Yeah.
anything. I watched it once. I will be going
Right.
to watch it a couple more times, and I'm
I,
been avoiding those type of videos like the plague because it's like,
yeah.
no, I want to develop my own perspective, my own point of view, see how many of these things I could find on my own without somebody just throwing them out because
Can't
they looked them up. Like, that's not
and
fun. That
that's the
takes the fun out
biggest
of it.
issue I'm having with all of this. It's
Yeah.
the fact that one those kind of videos exist and then like they are word for word taking what what Kugler intended. And I
Yeah.
feel like that is an aspect that you do need to take into consideration when you're interpreting a work and when you're like digesting it for yourself. But
Yeah.
also, you are a intelligent human being. You can, you know, part of it is you learning all of this information, you exploring this information. If he said that he used these books to, as reference in this movie, go watch it, go read it, and then explore that shit for yourself, because you have your own interpretation of things and you never
Yeah.
know what you may bring to the table in terms of interpreting something. Could,
Exactly.
you know, one, help you and critically thinking about things, but also, you'll be able to bring a unique um perspective whenever you're having those kind of conversations with people. So, just let's think. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, no, she's got her Blerd library hat on, but actually, though, like, give yourself the space to develop
Yeah.
your own thoughts about it, you know what I'm saying? Analyze it. So me, I'm like I've already said, I like that first watch to just be off of
Vibes.
enjoyability. If
Right.
anything else hits me over the head, then it's like, oh, that was for real, like intended for everyone to catch it. There was no way you were gonna miss it. The next time
Facts.
I watch it through, it's like, because like I think a lot of people miss that piece. Everyone's so busy trying to be like on top of knowing every little detail and having every little
I'll
fun
be in the
fact
first
and all.
to bring that up,
Exactly, and so then it
online.
just
Yeah.
takes away from, like, the enjoyability of it. Like, did you and some of these people, they've had the time because they got invited to premieres, that type of stuff. So it's just like,
Yeah.
whoever is out there watching, we love movies and we don't play about them. We would love to pull up to some premieres and do a big, but so maybe these people have had the chance. So I don't want to judge anybody or make it seem like I'm trying
Yo,
to shit.
there are some creators that I know, like, because my husband loves those kind of videos, and it's why I
Yeah.
have an issue with so many of them. But like, but like a lot of these content creators would be like, yeah, so I watched the movie at point 0.5 speed. I'm like,
That's crazy
no,
work. I
no.
mean, if you're past it, like, so that's another thing too. I'm not gonna judge anybody for that because, like,
Ninja.
hey boo. Also, Dwayne, that's
No,
too funny.
not Joven. It's just
I'm buying
I'm
it
buying
even
it.
though I don't have anywhere to play it.
Facts. Because we
Listen,
getting physical now.
right,
We
yeah, we
getting
gotta
physical copies
gotta go
now.
that route for sure. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack for the one time. But,
Mm, I
every
gotta get
time.
a DVD player.
Actually, actually. But, but no, like, how just so, like, I'm never gonna yuck somebody's yum, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's not hurting
Mhm.
anybody. You just said your piece about, like, loving the back of it of, like, oh, you read these books to, like, do your research to develop
Fair.
further develop this
Yeah.
story, whatever. So, that's something that would interest you to go back and check out his resources or his references, that
Yeah, you're
not
right.
everybody
Mhm.
would enjoy it that way. Some people love an Easter egg, so them, at watching it at point 0.5 times speed and like over analyzing it, that's how they love to consume media. I won't yuck their yum for it. I just can easily acknowledge I am one to be able, if I can turn my brain off and enjoy it, then I can tell you at face value, it's a good time. And then I'm gonna further like develop it from there. I don't like to be like, oh, this is it top to bottom after watching it once. That's never gonna be me. Because I'm the same way with books, low key.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, the vibes were immaculate because I had a good time. Do I
Yeah.
have like a whole dissertation on the book? No, because I was here for a good time, not a long time. I have no problem
Yeah.
distinguishing that. But I have been avoiding those types of videos for now because
Mhm.
I like to be able to see how much of this will I catch on my own, because one
Facts.
thing that we know from being in the bookish space is that more often than not, the author or the creator behind the project or the story will think that they did more than what they actually did, because at the end of the day, if you're telling the story and people aren't getting the message that you intended, then you didn't tell the story you thought you did. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
Mm.
another reason why I liked hearing some of the things that Ryan Coogler had to say too, but it's also like, let me draw my own opinions and see what I get from watching this without all of the outside opinions
Yeah.
before I see that, to see did it do the job that he thought it did? Were the Easter eggs like super hidden, or were there things that you would notice? I think a prime example of like the difference between going in blind and building from the bottom and coming in with all of the facts. Like a prime example of this was Lovecraft Country. To me,
Haven't seen it.
that's what?
It was on HBO, and I did not have HBO. So
Okay, this is not me judging you. This is me being hella excited
I was
because I
judging, but it's
know
oh,
for a
okay.
no, because I know for a fact, come on, give me some more credit than that. I know for a fact that you will absolutely love Lovecraft Country. And
Probably. I had the
the reason
book.
it's not a probably, and it has shit to do with the book. Like, if I'm
Oh,
being
shit.
real. Like, actually, you will absolutely love Lovecraft Country for one of the reasons is what you just said, and I love that you said it that way, because I went into Lovecraft Country blind, because at the
Mhm.
time Jonathan Majors was bae, and I was like, let's get into it. And it had what's her name, Journey Smollett.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I've loved her
period.
since she was a little kid.
Same. So I was like, oh yeah, this is immediately getting watched. And then I follow someone, I can't remember who it was that introduced me to it, but they made a syllabus that has like books and
Mhm.
references so that you
I love
get
that.
all of the tea about everything, and all of the Easter eggs and all of the historical references and all of that.
You
And
need
so
to
I went and rewatched it again
Mhm.
after, like, along with the syllabus, and it hit even harder. That's why to this day I'm still butthurt that it got taken away, and I hope someone with good money and good intentions will pick it back up. Um, Even though I know that that's tough because Jonathan Majors, let that
Yeah,
woman
yeah.
anyways.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah. Okay,
but yeah.
anything with a syllabus, I'm down for
Oh,
because
absolutely. That's why
that's
I'm
what
like,
makes
"Oh, I know you would
Yeah,
just eat
yeah.
that up." I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
know.
That
Yeah.
sounds great. Hold on. LT says, "Sound like y'all are describing what happens when art becomes content." Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
it's I I'm in the belief that, you know, all art is political, right? Or
Yeah.
all art has some critique about humanity, our society, what have you.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is on us as individuals to suss that out for ourselves, figure
Yeah.
out where we stand with said art. And if
Yeah.
you are force fed that information, well, then you miss out on a great opportunity to
Agree.
go through that learning process and go through, that growing process of figuring out who you are and where you stand in the grand scope of things and how this art and its message directly impacts you, your community, and the world at large.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I but then again, it's hard to say I have a hard line on that because here we are in Pink Riot. Like, like I I don't know, but here we are, ah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna stop before I go too deep on
No,
that.
no, no, none of that. Hold on. Okay, this is the prime example of this, and then we'll go back to the other comment too. Bree loves the vibes. If it ain't got the vibes. It ain't it. Facts.
Facts.
So like at face value, what's
It
the
was
vibes
great.
here,
Yeah.
though? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
But
okay,
on
if we're
that
gonna
same
talk vibes
token,
about Sinners, it
mhm,
was one of the freakiest modest movies I've seen in quite some times. Modest in terms of like clothes ain't really come off, but
mhm.
like my goodness, the way sexuality was spoken of, the way it was done, it was beautiful, it was nasty, it was amazing. Preacher
Yeah,
Boy,
it was
like
sensual, it was
it
intimate, but
was
there was no, like, you know, nothing was shown. It was like
right. It was
also like, I'm
so
so into this in this, like, ooh, y'all, talk about a now, I
yeah.
don't think it's a spoiler, but
So
that's the line,
one
like,
thing,
Michael B. Jordan hit us with the, "Oh, your body didn't forget me," or something like
oh
that.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
watch it again to get the exact quote, but I was
Yeah,
like,
and it was done in another language.
"No, you
Yeah.
don't. No, you
The one thing that made me cackle was Preacher Boy, and there's a scene with Preacher Boy. I don't know if you
in the
guys
car."
hold no, not even in the car. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the comedian Jax Knight. He passed away a few years ago, but or maybe last year or so.
I wouldn't
But
say Pizza Boy
Preach
was a
Jax Knight had this stand up where he was like talking about being with his girl and wanting to perform oral on her. And she was like, nah, I gotta shower. I gotta do this. And he was like, no, I want to taste your day. And that Preacher Boy scene reminded me of that stand up. And I cackled
What's
the
funny
whole
is
way through.
you lean to that, and my first thought about that was, I don't know if you peeped it, but he was getting, I can't remember which twin, but one of the twins was telling him there's a button, and he was like, you know how he was like, you got to lick it, not too soft, but not too hard. He was like, think about how it is when you have one of them ice cream cones. That's how you do it. And then literally your boy was like, I got instructions. I'm about to try this out right now. I was
He
like,
did
hey, yo. And clearly he
and
did a good
did.
job.
Had a time with that married woman.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my God. But yeah, so I was like, that's what I was talking about in the car. He was like giving him the instructions. I was like, okay, period. So like, yeah, it's definitely like they hit on the typical ways that people are considered sinners. So,
Mm-hmm.
in like subtle ways. And so it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're here for it, but we're here for it.
We're
Okay.
here for it. Yes.
Period.
Yes. It was quite enjoyable. It was a really, really, really good film.
It really was. It really was. Wait,
Yeah.
Dwayne, what is this what for?
Oh, Preacher Boy, tasting the I think
No,
that's
this
when
was
that
from a little bit earlier. Was
oh,
this
okay,
about
okay.
the syllabus? I will
Oh,
find
no, I
it.
think that's because I haven't seen Lovecraft Country, and it's fine.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
expect to
That's
get
fair.
judged for that.
We listen, we
I
don't judge.
yeah, I have, like, a good 5 shows that I watch all the time, and if I
That
watch
is
anything
one
new
where I'm here for a rewatch whenever you are ready, and I would be totally down for that to be like one of our first watch and post
man, we
reaction.
still gotta do Sailor Moon because 'cause y'all not about
No,
to I'm
so
not
here's
about to make it out of this
I
year
hear
and
you
still
on
get
that, but Sailor Moon is a lot of episodes though. Lovecraft Country is just that one season, and that's a lot that we could be talking about
it
in
was only
between.
1 season?
Yes, that so I
Really?
don't want to give you spoilers, but
Uh-huh.
the director of Lovecraft Country,
Mhm.
after we found out it wasn't getting renewed for another season, shared a map about that like indicated how things were going to go for season 2. And I
Mhm.
feel like you would cackle maniacally and kick your feet at the sight of said map. So that's why I
Hmm.
don't wanna, but after seeing the map, it was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that's exactly why I didn't get a season 2, because the Black power, like, literally and figuratively associated with just that map alone and the way that
Mhm.
they left us at the end of season 1 would have our good beige counterparts feeling away. And I just know that
The way
HBO was like,
they
"Nah,
felt
we're not
about
gonna
Moon
do
Girl.
that." No, like that times 100,000 because
Oh,
I just
that's kind
know.
okay, quick. If y'all have seen if y'all have gone to see Sinners and you had,
Yes.
you know, some non-black folks, some unmelanated folks in the audience, what was their reaction? Because let me tell you, me and Malik were sitting, and first off, all of them, they left while the credits were happening before the 2 scenes. So I was like, oh, y'all felt some kind of way, or y'all don't know. Like, because I remember being told that there were 2 scenes during the credits that we needed to sit for.
I wasn't about to I wasn't told that, and I wasn't about to leave
Because
until the
we all
lights
know
came.
from Marvel, you stay
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
end.
You stayed till the lights come
But
out for sure.
no, like they all just up and left. And there was a tension in the way people were leaving the room. And I was like, oh,
You felt the way, didn't you?
it felt the way. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me know if y'all
Woo.
had that experience.
Oh gosh, we definitely have to do another one of
Hillary,
these.
Daddy, what's up?
What up, booze? We definitely have to do another one of these when it's safe to chat. Well, when we feel it's
Yeah.
safe to chat spoilers, because
We need to bring back what happened with Endgame, and everybody was silent for a good 3 weeks.
yes,
I clearly remember that. It was Endgame and it was Infinity War where people were just quiet. Social
yeah.
media, nobody spoken about nothing for a solid 3 weeks. I think that needs to be reenacted. Like we need to bring that back
Yeah.
so that we can all, you know, give people time.
Yeah, because the fact that it's only been out, it hasn't been out for, well, it's just barely has been out for a full week. And that
Mhm.
people are going like, oh, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. It's like the race to beat people with the spoilers. It's like, can we at least give people a week to see it before y'all start dropping spoilers? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yes. High Havoc rules.
These are pink
We will
riot
do
rules because I agree. Shit.
Wait, you're in Puerto Rico? Stop it. Oh, I'm like a little envious of the
Puerto
weather that you have right now.
Rico.
And the whites
Puerto
felt away
Rico.
and left before the mid credits. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It you could just feel the tension coming off of them. That was like a dope.
Puerto Rico. No, okay.
LT the whites. It's whites. I ever since Family Guy, I pronounce it like with the hard H, like Wonder Bread whites. Sorry. But yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Sinners. We'll talk about it more in a few weeks.
Yeah, so that way people have time to see it before we
Yeah,
start
yeah.
talking spoilery.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still standing on this and I'm repeating it so that people can hold us accountable. I still think that us doing our first stream situation on Lovecraft Country would go crazy because
Okay.
it's been out long enough where if you're catching spoilers now, I'm sorry for this man. That's just what it is. But then yeah, like I think that you'll really dig the syllabus part to
Yeah.
it. And I feel like that would be like, I think our core audience would appreciate the conversations we would have surrounding that. And then I would love to hear everybody's thoughts
Okay.
about how season 2 did and didn't happen and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, definitely putting that up on
I'm
the
good with
list.
it. I'm good with that as long as we get to do it with the syllabus. Like, I feel like that would be
100%.
really
Yeah, I
dope.
feel like
Really, really dope.
share the syllabus with everybody beforehand, and then we come through and then just like do breaks in between.
See, now
Yes,
we
the
gotta come up with another
pink riot
graphic.
code.
Pink Riot code.
Riot
Yes.
rules.
Ah, yeah. We have a
Yeah.
code to live by. We must. We must. This is the way.
First rule of Pink Riot is always talk about Pink Riot.
Yes.
Second rule of Pink Riot, don't talk about spoilers. There you go.
Do you mind if our show goes a little long today? Because I feel like we have a lot to get through, and Sinners just took like
I mean, we knew
40 minutes.
Sinners was gonna be. We knew
Yeah.
Sinners was gonna be a big thing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Let's play
Not
by
even,
ear.
not for a long time. Not for a long time. Like maybe an extra
Okay.
10 minutes.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So one thing we want to do, or like, and y'all let us know if y'all are up for this, like once a week, have a question that everybody gets to answer. Right. So hold on. Can I do this right? Am I going to do this right? Okay. So nope, it didn't work. It's fine. So question is, if you had to intern with a superhero or villain for a month, who would you pick? Now, we have Fat Gum over here from My Hero Academia, but you know, it doesn't have to be from My Hero Academia. So what in the world? Okay.
I'm trying to do it. Oh gosh.
Hold on, it's right here. Yeah, see, we're over here like dealing with our technical stuff. It's fine. So if you could intern with a superhero or villain, who would you pick? Now, I put Fat Gum because Brie was watching My Hero Academia when she came up with the question.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought, okay, Fat Gum is the one I would go to. I feel like I'd be fed well. He has a great mindset. And that's really all I need. But then I would also try my absolute hardest to be like in the Latverian embassy. So like I can do things.
Yeah. Period. Melon and Manga said they love the idea of questions once a week. Period.
Yay. Hold on, I think I can do this.
Yeah, damn. One time for Keisha. LT said,
okay.
I'm interning with Changameyer from the Ta-Nehisi Coates run of Black Panther. He was T'Challa's teacher and a great philosopher at a Wakandan university. Okay.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. That's
yes.
I support that.
Yeah. Oh, we're in Wakanda. So like we have everything. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Listen, the way that the Riot fam are all revolutionaries and it was by design and accident at the same time, and I love it.
Magneto would be a great choice, Dwayne.
Period.
Yes. Who would you be? Absolutely. Or who would you intern with?
I think the obvious answer is Storm, guys. Duh. But I also would want to intern with someone in space just because I really fucking want to go to space. So yeah, Sojourner is up there too.
That would be fly.
Yeah, I think
because then you get to be with the Green Lanterns, and yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
I'm also trying to think of somebody who wouldn't be like a dick of a mentor, you know what I'm saying? Or someone who would be like, I still want you to be your own person, just with like all of this extra added knowledge / experience. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Ooh, the Sangria family.
Oh, yes,
Bitterroot.
the sangrias for sure.
Yeah.
The mama though,
Yeah.
because she was hilarious. She
Yeah.
was hilarious.
All right. Sheena says everyone is bringing something real to the table, and I'm over here thinking with my lady parts. I was like, I could go hang out with Daddy Batman just to, see. And that's why I said Doom too. You're not the only one. Uh-huh. Go
Listen,
ahead.
okay.
Wreck his world.
Yeah, I was trying to behave a little bit, but
No.
y'all playing in
Wreck
Dr. Voodoo's
his
face
world.
all
This is
day long.
yeah.
All day
Yo,
long.
he
Zaddy
showed up
Voodoo,
again just
okay?
like really quickly in like 1 or 2 panels in Storm number 7. I was like, go ahead, baby.
Zaddy Voodoo, okay? And
Yeah.
so he could
Go
teach me
ahead, Sheena. I support
something,
all of this.
a little something, and he could teach me a little magic, you know?
I don't even care about being taught magic. Shit. Trying to help his
I
day
like
out.
both, please. I would like both. I know, we have
Okay,
no
who
chill.
else?
I was trying to behave and y'all had to cut up a little bit, so, we match energy around here, period.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See? We loving it over here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all good.
I like
It's all
this.
good.
We can do if y'all have some questions that y'all want to see us, do,
Mhm.
DM us, email us, let us know, and then we'll do the question next week or in the next show,
And if you're subscribed to our Patreon, we are gonna prioritize those questions.
Yes. All
So
right.
if you drop
So
it, if
I
you're
like
subscribed,
this.
drop your questions there so that way we know. And we will make
Yes.
sure that your questions get bumped
Just
up.
letting y'all know these questions are gonna get a lot worse, especially if I start coming
Oh,
up with them.
yes.
Like,
We're like,
'cause
let's start
yeah,
off with something a little light, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Keisha
gonna
came up
be
with the idea for the questions. This first question was my question because I have started My Hero Academia journey. I'm only a couple seasons in, but I'm loving it so far. I'm a Todoroki stan at this point, but I'm waiting to see if that changes. We had like a whole hilarious conversation about our
yeah.
faves. And I was not surprised that Keisha and I do not have the same fave for different reasons.
Okay, in the comments, who do you think, if you've seen My Hero Academia, who do you think my favorite is? No. Oh, that's your favorite?
Okay.
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 Yeah. I can see that. That's not. If you have an idea, go ahead. Who do you think is my favorite? I love that little
Y'all,
shit,
it's
man.
looking you right in the face. Okay. It's okay that you hadn't seen it, LT. I'm just now watching it for the first time. So you're in good company. Ninja
Hey,
is eating
Shy, how you
Zobo.
doing, love? No, not the frog girl. Mm-mm. And not Sugar Rocky. Actually, he's a little creepy to me. I got
Oh
2
my gosh.
kids, but one is my absolute favorite.
With the
Yeah. Mhm.
oh yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, well, Shigaraki is a little like impetuous. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
he's
yeah.
too much like a child.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, yeah,
Are you
Aizawa.
changing it now? Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
changing it, but Aizawa always had my heart. That man is awesome. He's just like deadpan everything, has the
Yeah. That's who
baddest
I
perk.
would have guessed until you said who you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Since y'all not
Because if
getting it,
y'all have
is
ever seen Keisha when the show has gone too long and she's tired.
I do look like Aizawa. I ain't
No,
gonna
not
hold you.
not look like, but that's definitely the vibes. Like, I don't care just make a decision. I'm taking a nap, basically.
This is fair. Yeah.
Mhm.
Aizawa is up there. Actually, I love Bakugo. I love his character development. His arc is fantastic to me. Like he's an awesome little crap kid. Um
I'm
and then
assuming that a lot happens with his character development that I haven't seen yet because I'm
you learn
still
more about him. You learn more
okay.
about
Because
him and his
right now I'm
background.
just like, nah, that ain't it. But so I'm waiting now. This you're putting a lot of pressure on his character because now I'm expecting
Nah,
a huge turnaround for you to like put him on that
nah,
type of
not
pedestal.
even. I liked the enemies aspect of the two of them and
Mm,
how they are constantly battling one another. Um, the fact that he's not an ass just to be an ass, he has a heart and the way his
exactly.
family,
Would have
yeah,
never guessed.
Bakugo is awesome. Also, that other kid, I keep forgetting his name. Oh, see, Dwayne. All right, Dwayne said mine
Yay,
is
same
Todoroki.
Dwayne. Same Dwayne.
Shy says that's a strong pick, actually. Exactly. Yeah. Like he's an awesome kid. He just got anger issues. And you
I
see
will
him kind
reserve
of
my
work them out
opinions.
over time. He's
Yeah,
good.
until
I
hopefully
like the
he's
kids
like,
who have those emotional arcs that they have to like get through. Frog Girl actually gets on my nerves.
I thought she was hilarious, especially when she was
Nah.
interning. That whole scenario with the fish
No,
and her mentor, like, thinking that he was cute, I was screaming, like, "Why are you trying to be quiet?" That was too funny to me.
nah, he gets on my nerve. I mean, she gets on my nerves. So there's an issue that happens and they kind of like pull a civil war where half the class does this and half the class does that and she never really gets over it and I'm like, "Girl, please go have a seat somewhere else away from them."
Oh gosh.
She
Okay,
just
we're
she
gonna
got on my
change the
nerves for that
subject
one event,
because
but
I'm
yeah,
only in I think it's season 2 at this point. Netflix doesn't alert me. I'm just like, "Let's go, next episode." But
fact.
I feel
Okay.
like I don't want spoilers about too much of that. I
Oh,
will
Shy
tell
says
you,
she loves Todoroki too because of the hair.
you know the vibes. Because of hair is crazy, but I feel you. I feel like Todoroki has the most like epic powers for one.
Yeah.
For two, the backstory. When we found out about the mom, I was like,
Yeah.
and how they got the scar, I was like, so I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Todoroki forever. Period.
Dwayne said I usually go for the characters that are kind of on the sidelines. Yeah. That's
So
why I like that show so much. Like what's his name? Tail Man, even like the Anteater, like they all have uh they're all on the sidelines, but then they get their chance to shine throughout all the seasons. Like I
yeah.
fell in love with Class 1A.
Yeah.
Like, they're awesome. I was
And
the
old
alien
dude
girl for
from
one Halloween.
oh, I love her. She's the cutest,
Yeah.
but I
She's
we don't see
definitely
enough
black
of her.
coded.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But and then there's like 2 characters from the 1B or whatever that keep popping up and are hilarious comic relief.
Kendra, her name starts with a K.
It's
And then
yeah, it's
she's
her and
always like
her salty
slapping
friend.
homeboy and is like,
Yes,
"Bring your ass over here."
so solid. Yeah, I absolutely love it, and that I have
Yeah.
been binging that and The Residents lately while I because y'all, I'm a binger, so the fact that I'm having to wait week to week to continue
Mhm.
watching The Last of Us is really
Mhm.
irking my soul. I'm not a week to week girly. I like to be able to binge at least like 3 to 4 episodes. So this waiting every week to watch that is really not it for me. What else am I watching? I'm also
They
watching
said,
Found on Peacock, which is pretty solid.
"What's found?"
Oh man. Okay, so and I'm gonna do this real quick because I know we still gotta talk pools. Found is about this woman who was abducted as a teenager and kept for a year by her abductor. Okay. She manages to get away, and her mission after she gets away, she goes to college, she does her thing, and she starts her own like detective agency type of thing. Like people can hire her and her agency to find lost people because
That's the one with Mark Gosselaar.
the guy from Saved by the Bell is the
Uh-huh.
villain.
Yes. Okay, I've seen, like, the first 2 episodes of that. Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
that I was sat as soon as I seen that first episode.
Yeah.
And that's another one where we're at the point now where we're waiting week to week to watch it, and it's absolutely soul crushing for me. So I've just been binging those things in between because I'm like, I can't, y'all, the way my FOMO is set up, I'm like, somebody somewhere has these other episodes. And it's like, I
Yep.
feel like I deserve to have the story all at once. So it's infuriating.
Oh my
Dwayne
goodness.
said
It did.
Andor started this week. And the way that I'm trying to be chill and wait until there's a couple of episodes for me to binge for this exact reason,
Oh my
because
goodness.
you talking to the right one, okay? Because to me, Andor was like up there. Like
Yeah,
I
you
would
said
even
that.
argue
Mhm.
that Andor was slightly better than The Mandalorian, and that's saying a lot for me because I loved The Mandalorian down, but Andor just hit different. And the fact that okay, we were talking. Did you watch Andor, Keisha?
Nope, I've seen
Okay.
Mandalorian, but not
Okay,
Andor.
so here's the thing. How we were talking about how the newer what is it called? Why do I keep forgetting this? Skeleton Crew was great because you didn't need to know. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. The fact that we were talking about Skeleton Crew was great because you didn't need to know all of the Star Wars canon,
Yeah.
lore, whatever to enjoy it. I feel like
Mhm.
Andor is similar, and it
Mhm.
was very much giving like Shawshank Redemption but Star Wars vibes.
Really?
Like, well, certain aspects of it. I don't want to give
Okay.
spoilers, but Andor ate down. And to me, it like was giving more like how I think that Rogue One like shat on a lot of those other newer Star Wars movies. I feel like Andor perfectly fits within that vein. And that's why a lot of us really liked Andor. And that's why a lot of us liked The Mandalorian and by proxy Ahsoka as well, because they all fit that same like, this feels true to Star Wars, but is very much its own. Yes, very political, very revolutionary,
Well,
but
now I
fits
need to
in
watch
its
it because
own bag and doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to be a part of this iconic, universe. So yeah, ugh. Did they okay, just real quick, only thing I'm gonna ask you, did they
hey,
give us
Cliff.
2 episodes or did they just give us 1? Because if they gave us 2, I might be watching that
No,
this
you're
weekend.
not. Just wait until there's, like, 4.
Oh my gosh, Keisha, I can't. For Sexy Time, Midnighter, and Apollo. Okay.
Ooh,
Mm. We love a
okay.
sexy time wreck. Period, Cliff.
Yes. For
For
actual attorney. Respect that. I
yeah,
respect that choice.
yeah. She didn't say yes, Cliff. Oh, shut up. Dwayne said they dropped 3 episodes. That
Wait a
did it.
week. Wait a week.
No,
Wait a week.
that's
'Cause you're gonna be
all
tight.
I needed to hear,
No,
Dwayne. Ugh.
'cause then you're gonna have to wait another month.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my
All right.
gosh. Okay.
So
Get into these pools. We
wait,
totally
wait,
get.
wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Cause all right, we're gonna get into polls, right?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
pool is with hot havoc and the variant vixen.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
I
fucking
told you.
go. Wait, do it one more time. Oh my god.
The pool is with hot havoc and the variant vixen.
That was everything.
No.
I've been waiting like a couple of hours for that reaction. I was like, she's gonna fucking love this.
True. What? Oh my god. Can y'all tell? Oh my gosh. Now you shady as hell for swinging that on me live. Oh my god. Oh, yo.
To be fair, it's been sitting in the studio for a good 10 hours.
Oh my
It's just been
god.
sitting
When I
there.
tell y'all, I absolutely love and adore my co-host down, and you can't tell me otherwise. Oh my god. The fact that you really went with my goofy shenanigans and made it a whole fucking thing is beyond epic, and I love you forever for that shit. Oh my god.
I said we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it. And then that's
Oh
why I was like,
my
I was up at 5 in
god.
the morning and I was like, yo, it hit
The
me.
beat, wait,
This
the beat in the back makes it knock. Oh my, wait, one more time. Y'all bear with me just one more time. Oh my god.
all right, one more time,
The
y'all.
pool is with hot havoc and the variant vixen.
Did we do good?
Man,
Right, fam? Did we do good?
I just knew, like, I was doing it like in a goofy way because I was like, we need like a
No.
Mr. Movie phone voice, and your girl Keisha was like, nope, that's it.
I told you that was
Shawty.
it. I told you that was it. I was like, we got Shy says twerks. I
Period.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Period. Yes. Throw your ass in a circle one time for my co-host.
I told y'all when the energy hits, it hits. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Wait, the chat is like one time for the one time.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you loved that. Period. Yeah. Oh my god. That just made my
Yeah.
day. I'm smiling so hard. Oh my gosh. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, yeah, let's get into these. Let's get into
Let's
these
get into
polls.
these polls.
Now
You
that I
want to go
made y'all watch
first?
it 3 times. Oh yeah, what's up? I never go first.
Okay.
It's crazy. So, period. I don't like that I can't see you, but that's what's up. All right. So, you guys heard me talking about this when I was at Coachella because I had just ordered it then. And so this is Monsters We Make. It's created by Corey and Kenshin. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago because this guy really ate down. There's lots of like conversation on the internet about like it's by a black person who's from here, so it shouldn't be called a manga, but whatever, we're rocking with it because it's rocking with us. He like really just sold millions of copies in 1 week, so it's like posing the question of like, who is it exactly that's saying that black people don't want these types of stories? Because clearly if you build it, they will come. Like we pulled up and ordered these, and he's just really making bank. The shipping was hella fast. When you purchase it, there's an option where you can get the digital copy as well, so you can read it immediately. All right. I've only read the first couple issues of it, but this is the first volume, okay? And it comes with some stickers. Okay. and a really cute little letter from the creator. And this guy's giving like Ryan Coogler humble pie vibes. So like, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you never read it, just go buy the book. Okay. Support this creator and go buy the book. All right. So that was what I was most excited about because that came. And then
hold on, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's so dope. No. Okay, trust me, I'm learning as we go, and I'm realizing like you can hear me, but you're the one. Go ahead. My bad. You got
No. It's all good. We have to figure out how to do this so that, like, yes, whoever's showing their pulls is big, but then, yeah, all right,
it's smaller. Yeah.
I thought we figured this out though. Hold on. No.
Oh, now we're both small.
Yeah, but I did it somehow.
Yeah, but for now it's okay as long as I can talk. Like, go ahead, make yourself big. Wait,
I don't know how you did it.
Oh.
There we go. All right. So, okay. Oh, I had done it already.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome.
so Sheena said, send me the link, please. Okay, I got you.
Let me look for that.
There you go. Okay, thank you for pulling that up. So yeah,
What's it called again?
It's called Monsters We Make by Corey Kenshin or Corey X Kenshin. It's like sometimes people want you to say the X, sometimes they want you to say the N, sometimes you don't say any of that at all. So I'm just like, meh. But either way, buy the book, guys. All right. And then in terms of single issues, I got Welcome to Twilight issue 2. It's from the same world of Minor Threats.
Oh, nice.
So that was an immediate yes. That's gonna be one of my first 3 then see. I haven't read the first issue of it yet, but it looks pretty dope. And I liked Minor Threats, so I'm here for it. If y'all saw my reel, I was like, oh my gosh, but I had already pre-ordered it. Ultimate Black Panther 15, and we have the Killmonger.
The flop.
Yet again. This is what we were talking about before. They've done it to a woman now. I need them to just chill. Like, just let her have her full head of locks. It's fine.
Is she the villain? Because that's usually what it is. Or is she the badass?
She's the badass. So that's like the equivalent of them giving an Asian character a colorful stripe of hair. They normally give them like a purple or a red streak in their hair
because they're edgy.
That they're edgy and cool. Yeah.
Right, because that's hip hop.
Oh my gosh. The pop is how you know that it's hip hop. Anyways,
right.
We've got New Champions 4.
Yes.
And I got 2 variants.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? Yes, LT. It was in fact the flop. Oh my gosh.
The infamous flop. Hey, if you guys see flops out in the wild, take pictures and tag us.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
We're going to just, hopefully if we bring enough attention to the issue, it'll be corrected eventually. So I got Magic issue 4. Because this is a Rose Besh variant. I love Rose Besh's art style. Unfortunately, this series is not giving what I needed it to give for me to like rationalize continuing to collect the single issues of it. So that we'll talk more about that when we do our first 3s and C's, but I had pre-ordered this because I wanted this Rose Besh cover regardless. So I'll read this and see if that changes my mind. But my first 3 then C reaction thus far is that I won't be continuing to collect that. The Avengers issue 25. I'm only here because
yeah.
I'm only here with rocking with the Avengers because of Storm, but it's fine. Dwayne said magic is kind of okay. So the character is really fucking cool. All right. The concept of like how she was found, where she came from, the fact that it's like mutant on top of magic, and the way that they like hit the ground running with the story, I was like, they kind of just threw everything at us at once, but I wasn't mad at it. But the way that it kind of felt like it was meandering in issue 2 and then didn't really fully recover for issue 3 for me was just like, I was glad that we got to meet Luminol or whatever, however you pronounce the villain's name. And it was interesting to me, but not enough for me to keep collecting single issues. Like, will I revisit for the trade? Likely, yes. Because I want all of these like New Mutants characters to get their shine for sure. But yeah, the story could be a lot better. It could have used some hand holding in terms of pacing and direction, if I'm being honest. All right. I also got Green Lantern 4.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's Green Lantern Dark.
Yeah, Green Lantern Dark. My bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
then there's like 5 of them out right now.
I know they're really cutting up, but this is we rock with the women Green Lanterns. Okay, so that should have told you already, but yes, Green Lantern Dark. So I have to catch up on that to see if I'm going to continue with it. I will say those covers have been eating down though, like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to get off the gas with that.
Shout out to Inja. I don't know if she's still in here, but Inja needs to, she needs to give us an address so we can send our stuff over.
Yeah, we got to get all of our things signed. So just, embrace. We know we love and respect your peace and your patience and keeping to yourself. But I need you to embrace your celebrity for a hot second, Inja, because,
yes,
when you're that girl, you have no choice but to be that girl. Okay?
You're the icon. You are the moment.
Period. Okay, so I also got this Peach Momoko character variant of Gravity. So it's another issue 4 of Magic. It's
her variants are stunning.
Like, come on. I'm going to put it out into the universe. I really want Peach to like sketch something or something at a con for me at some point. That would just make my whole life if I could get her to do a sketch that's like Storm, Sojourner, and Moon Girl all on the same cover. I would just I don't know.
That would be dope.
I would die and come back to life. And then I got this Absolute Green Lantern issue 1 variant because I hadn't received it yet. This was one of the UK ones that I didn't get, but Cape and Cowl had it available, so I copped it.
They had a UK one?
Yeah, that was one of the UK ones. So maybe it was like released early in the UK, and then if it did so well, it was going to be made available here because it wasn't available for pre-order before, but then I was able to get it this week.
LT said not a flop.
Yes. The flop. The flop is the imminent
flop. Yeah.
But yeah, Peach Momoko is crazy talented. Okay, and then I had already talked about this book, Brielle and Bear. It's a cute little teen rom-com fantasy situation. I got a paperback copy of this from the publisher, but I had already pre-ordered this hardcover. So the paperback will be one of the things that's getting thrown in the caboodle of all of the amazing stuff we're giving away for our half Pink Riot birthday. I also got The Moon is Following Us, Volume 1. Y'all have heard me screaming about this series. It don't stop and won't stop. I'm still collecting single issues of this because I just have liked it that much.
You remind me. I saw that in the comic book shop, and I just didn't get it. I need to go to my library to get it.
you know how I am about like dream and memory
Yeah. That's your
magic
shit. Yeah.
systems and what. Yeah, that's my shit. So period. I also got a One Piece heroines novel. I have no idea what this is about, but I love One Piece and
Yeah, I
I
was
love
about to
all of
say.
these characters. So I was like, okay, it's a collection of standalone prose stories that focus on fierce female characters from the world of One Piece. Immediately, yes, sign me up. So yeah, you got that.
Yeah. You've already committed thousands of
Thousands of
like
over 1,000 episodes. And
yeah.
so it's a prose novel, but there are some pictures in it, so that's cute. And what else? And last but not least, we got Dark Knights of Steel, the deluxe edition hardcover. And this is the direct market variant. So
What made you get that one?
it's like, I know I'm not
'Cause
typically a
yeah,
DC
I was about to say
girly,
this is yeah.
but I've been collecting the single issues of this. Well, some of them anyway. But this has been really fun because it's like all of the DC heroes, but thrown into like knights in shining armor, dragons and lore fairy tale version. I want Marvel to do this same concept because I have more favorite characters in Marvel and that I would love to see in this format. But
Okay.
this is how you get me to read a DC compilation of character story. Make it fantasy and folklore. Okay? Yeah, that's
All
how
right,
you
well,
do.
now I gotta check that because yeah, I'm not like I wouldn't have pegged you to get that. Not pegged. Wow, that was a word. But yeah, I wouldn't.
You it's fine. I know you want to peg me.
I
These
tried to
are
keep
jokes,
that to
guys,
myself.
just because she said it. These are jokes. We love each other not in that way. But yes, this this has been a good
Yeah,
time. I still have the last couple of issues because I didn't read them. I didn't get singles of those, but because I seen that this was coming out. But yeah, okay,
okay.
doing it. Dark Knights of Steel, period. Yes, fire.
All right.
Yeah, I know we're ridiculous. You can't say pegged and we don't take it too far.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not a and love when DC makes runs like that. I'm loving DC versus Vampires run right now. Same vibes. Okay. I seen that and was like, I don't know about that. I feel the same way about Deceased, where it's like the zombies, and I feel
I
the
feel like they
same
have better
way.
events.
Yeah,
DC has
speaking of,
better events.
I respectfully disagree, but okay.
No, I'm sorry, cause that whole X-Men, or maybe because I'm not an X-Men
Yep,
person.
that's what it is.
Yeah, because that what is it called? That X-Men hunt that threw off the the 2 issues of Storm. I went into issue number 7 going, "What the hell is going on?"
It
Confused.
didn't
I was
throw it
confused.
off. You're just missing parts of the story because you're hard-headed and didn't want to read the rest of the event. That's okay. Next
Facts.
episode, I will give the rundown of the issues surrounding that so you can come
Okay.
back to Storm in peace. I got you,
Okay.
sis. I
Because
got you.
I definitely read that issue and was like,
So
"What are we doing here?"
here's the thing. It's not that, well, I won't tell you what you do and don't like, but it's not that you don't like the event. You don't like the event disrupting the main story that you were reading. But if
Yes.
we're being
Yes.
honest, that's what makes an epic event, when it crosses over all of your favorite character stories and you have to bring them together. See, like, people are talking about Deceased made me cry too much. That's crazy work. Okay, I seen it and I was like, I don't know that I care to see that. Okay, a couple of people loving Deceased. Okay, I might have to check it out. Y'all are making more and more of a case for me to get whatever DC app so that I can read these things because I don't see
Yeah,
myself
that's the
buying it.
thing. Right.
Yeah.
It's the buying all of these pieces. I'm just gonna wait for the collection.
Yeah, that's fair. So
The
to me
collection is
though,
easier.
don't say that you don't like their events. Just say you don't like having to buy so many separate books to understand the full event. Because if
That's
we're
the
being
same thing
honest,
for
that's
me.
what it's not. Well, okay, that's fair for you. But a good event is like epic in size and scope and story. So you kind of just proved your point against it. Like that's a lot of books because it's on a grand
Yeah.
scale. But I feel
Yeah.
you. I felt the same way about Sins of Sinister. Epic
Yeah.
event. It
Yeah.
was
Massive.
so many books across everything. And I was like, there's no, and I was also simultaneously collecting Storm and Storm and the Brotherhood and whatever. And I was like, I'm collecting all these Storm and the Brotherhood variants. I refuse
Mhm.
to buy all of these other books. So I did
Mhm.
buy, when they finally put it together, that hardcover collection of the event. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, yeah, give it to me.
Yep.
But to
That's
your
what I
point
did
about
too. Like,
Disney taking you out of the Storm story, Sins of
mhm.
Sinister event had the Storm and the Brotherhood thing, and it was separate, its own separate story. So you could enjoy that even if I was able
I
to
like
enjoy
that.
that without having bought all of the other Sins of the Sinister stuff until they came in a collected hardcover. So, okay,
I
points
like
were
that.
made.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a different experience. I didn't feel the same way about this one because I bought all of those. So
Fair.
yeah, we'll
Like
do a
with
recap of
Blood Hunt, I have Blood
that.
Hunt. But I saw it before it even came out, like when you do your pre-orders and stuff, and I was like, this looks interesting. I'm not buying this shit. I'm gonna
I
get the
only
trade
bought the Bree
paperback.
books. I only bought the Bree books and was like, I'll get the trade when they put it all together. And I
Mhm.
don't think that I did that because I was like, it's fine.
I got the
So
trade. It's yeah.
and there's like
It
a
was
bunch
good.
of events happening right now too, like the Godzilla with everybody events. Just stop. Just
The
stop.
only event we need to be caring about right now is Doom.
Okay,
And
yeah, that's fair. One World Under Doom.
my
And
yeah,
they're doing that
we
phenomenally because there's
yeah,
several Doom things happening all at once.
yeah,
And but they're still their own contained thing. But then you also see how what's happening in One World Under Doom is impacting the other stories, even though they're not crossing over. Like
yeah,
you're depending on which runs you're in right now, it's like, it may not be directly affecting that run, but they're talking about it. So it's like
yeah.
in that
Because
run. So
he's right. It's because he's
yeah.
in control now. So like, how does that impact everything? And I'm loving it. I'm not doing the entire event right now, but I
Mhm.
am doing it from who is it? One World Under Doom. I'm doing that. Doom Academy because I find it interesting seeing how kids, especially Strange Academy kids, are dealing with all of this. And
Yeah.
then the Doom Division, which was Tiger Division.
Yeah.
So I'm reading it from those three perspectives. I'm not getting the rest until the collected edition.
That's fair.
But yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna be a chunky one too, because there's still like 2 other runs
yeah,
that are a part of that event right now, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
Okay.
awesome.
Doom event is good. Dwayne said
Yeah.
Doom event is good. Blood Hunt was kind of disappointing. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh no, really? Okay, okay. We'll have to
And
touch on that. And
yeah.
then let's see. Yeah, Doom event is good. Oh, did I click that already? Okay. There we go. X-Men
Facts.
was a
Sorry.
redemption story for Xavier. It was annoying. We knew that though. Why did we think it was gonna be anything other than that?
Because it was forced upon people who don't read X-Men.
Are you okay, sis? Are you good? Are we all right? Do you need a minute? Do you need a hug? Do you need a
A
Snickers?
hug, yes, but that's fine.
I'm hugging you.
We knew that that's exactly what that event was going to be. That's why I was just like, okay, take your issues and go. You know, that's why I was roasting him being in the middle of the fight in his brown suit going, "Ugh."
Mm-hmm.
Like, we knew what it was gonna be. It's fine, you know?
Yeah. It's I'll stop talking about X-Men.
It's okay. No, you're allowed to be upset because it was. I feel at least they kept their ting brief, you know? It could have gone
Fair.
on. It
Fair.
could have
It
gone
was
on.
short.
And if we're
Thankfully, it
being
was short.
real
Yeah.
about it, I don't care about the rest of it because it gave us a Storm versus everybody issue. And that's any excuse we have for that is valid for me. That made that event, because we're calling it an event, but it was very small. It was
Mhm.
baby small.
It
But
was. It was weekend.
any event that gives Storm the opportunity to flex and be like, now y'all know I'm about to whoop your ass. I'm gonna give you fair warning. Is this really how you trying to act?
Yeah.
Or you want to back down? Because I'm good either way, but you're not coming for my guy. Like that in and of itself made the whole event worth it to me.
Okay.
Dwayne said, I was glad it was 1 month. Okay, you and Keisha on the same page. That's fair. Like, yeah, they kept their thing brief. It's okay. All right. What are your
All right.
polls?
My polls. Let's do this.
Get
Ooh.
into it.
Is it gonna do it? I don't know if it's gonna do it. All right. See? Nope.
I fixed it. Oh, stop.
Go ahead. Yay. Okay. Okay. So I do not have a lot of polls. I am making my poll list is very short because this Saturday my bookshop turns 45, so they're having like a big whole thing. And then the weekend after that is Free Comic Book Day. So I plan on spending quite a bit. I have things marked off that I'm like, I'm going to go buy. So I'm going to wait until it's on sale for these 2 days. And I'm going to go off.
Go off.
So I only have 3 issues in 1 book. So for the book, we have Parable of the Talents.
Period.
This one came out. When did it come out? It came out on Tuesday. And while I'm doing this, okay, so you know Abrams always does a fantastic hardcover, right? Under the Dust Jacket is just beautiful. I just opened it because I just remembered. And look at it.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so I'm waiting for mine because I was like, I got to cop a signed one because we don't know how long it's going to take us to do this Sisterhood of the Traveling Book situation with the creative team to get our stuff signed by everyone.
Nah, this is cool.
Yeah, LT, I got mine from Sister Sci-Fi too. Period.
Oh, excuse me. I got mine from my LCS, so I'm excited about it. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's the only trade paperback that are hardcover that I got. I picked up Power Fantasy and I regretted it as soon as I got in the car because I forgot to take this off my pull list. I told you I read like this second story arc.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it, or rather, I just want to read it as a trade paperback.
Yeah.
But I guess now that I'm at issue 8, I'll just finish out the story arc and issues and then just be done with it.
Wait, is it going to 10 or 12? Because it might,
Not sure. But either way, I'll just go to this next one. Why what?
Why is it not hitting for you?
Oh, okay. So this story arc now involves a son that was hidden and he has powers. And I guess and it kind of like started to center on him in this new story arc. And because I'm so invested in the other characters, in Etienne specifically, I could not care less about this little boy. It's definitely FTK when it comes to the Power Fantasy. So for those reasons, I'm out. Not enough to say I'll never read this again, but like I don't want to collect the issues right now. What else? I have New Champions, number 4.
Period.
I am officially caught up in reading it, and it is
Mm.
awesome. So in issue
Yeah.
number 3. Oh, okay. So I read the first issue of the second story arc. If he doesn't come up again, I'll continue reading. But like that issue kind of like turned me off. Okay. So if he doesn't show up again, I won't. I'll continue reading. I'll continue reading it.
She said what she said.
I really just didn't want to read about him. But yeah, New Champions. I'm loving this. Gold Tiger is looking very interesting for me. If y'all don't know Gold Tiger, she comes from Wakanda. Um, Based off of what happened in issue 3, Homegirl didn't go back to Wakanda when they were dropping everybody off at their houses. She ended up going to wherever the demon girl is with the pigtails, followed her home, and did not go back to Wakanda. So I'm interested in figuring out with this issue, like, why she is avoiding Wakanda, what is going on. She looks really spunky. She seems like she has a lot going on.
Come
But
on,
she has a
Spunky.
lot of secrets. She has a lot of secrets, and that's making her. I'm a little intrigued by her in that, like, because who wants to run away from Wakanda? You know,
Mm.
that's a
Mm.
question. Like, what is going on specifically here?
More
So
like what is going on in Wakanda? Are these stories supposed to overlap?
that's the thing. You're not getting that in New Champions. We don't know what's going on in Wakanda. Right now, it's just these kids. You know, they just started fighting. They just got into a fight with the Champions team with Miss Marvel and Miles Morales. Got into a fight because of some villain, and then that's, yeah. Why am I stumbling on my words? They got into a fight in issue 3, and then they ended up patching it up really nicely at towards the end of that issue. But you're not getting everyone's backstory. You're still kind of like filling in the holes of what's going on.
Hmm.
Um, her design almost looks like that character Asha that Marvel never used. Ooh, what character? Let me look that up. Asha Marvel. Oh, actually, yeah. But Asha is older, right? Yeah. Actually, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what she does. There's a lot of cool characters in here that I'm interested in seeing them, develop over time and whatnot. So, New Champions is a great run for me. And then also we finally have my second husband, Doom. This is number 3, and this is one of the few times it's like every variant has that dinosaur on it, and I almost got it. I think I'm gonna go back and just get every variant of just the dinosaur for every issue. So that's gonna be a thing of mine. I am trying. I'm at a point with Doom and my appreciation for him that I'm now looking for the omnibus, the Book of Doom, and the only place I could find it is in the UK. And I moved a little too slow, and now they do not have any more copies. So I'm trying to find another copy of the Book of Doom that does not cost me $500.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a smaller paperback called The Books of Doom, but it's not the same. I want the Book of Doom that collects everything because I don't want all of the Fantastic Four stuff to figure that out. So I want the Book of Doom. If anybody knows where I can get a copy, that would be wonderful. I don't want to have to go steal it from a library or something.
Not steal it.
I mean, borrow it extensively.
Come on, borrow
Sure.
extensively. That's crazy.
Okay, well, you got the right one if you're on a mission to find something of that sort.
Yeah. But yeah. That is all I have.
Ooh. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Exactly. The Book of Doom is it's a it is expensive.
It's expensive. You gotta add a R as much as this.
I hope so. I hope they reprint it soon because
I feel like
I
they
know it's
probably
been quite a
will,
few years.
given all of this.
Yeah. Because there's so many other little books, but
Mhm.
I want the whole thing. I want his whole thing.
She said, "I want his weight on me." The the way
Yes. Congregations, let us turn to the Book of Doom, chapter 5, verse 7. Mm-hmm.
the way that my reread of Kabuki has been a struggle with that giant tome. I'm like, I don't know. It's my biggest omnibus, and I literally was like, I'm not about to mess up my wrist messing with this book. It's
See,
that heavy and chunky. So like,
that's why you get it for the aesthetic. And I know this is terrible to say, but I get them. I get them because they're beautiful. And I want a
they are.
physical copy in my hand.
They are.
But I do go to my library and I get the ebook and I read it like that because no.
Listen, the
Giant.
way that
Absolutely.
the way that you feel like one of the keepers of the sacred text whenever you read one of these omnibuses.
Needing to do Gregorian and shit.
I
Yeah.
literally need one of those like stands, like what they use for conductors to like read the sheet music. I need
Get
that.
one. Get one.
The way that you
Get
really
one.
just like immediately, yes, spend the money, get the thing. But
Yeah.
literally to be able to read it and enjoy it,
Yeah.
I need like a genuine book stand and not like a play one. It needs to be
No, it
substantial
has solid wood, and then
because
like the base of it is like a design of different characters, comic book characters going down it.
I
And
want
then your
mine.
name is like in wood and it's on the top. So like when
Oh
people look
God.
at it from in front,
I want
they see
mine to
your
have
name.
like flowers and stuff carved into it so that it looks like it's been imbibed with the magic of the forest. And then
Yes.
I'll put my robe with the hood on and chant when I'm reading my books because that's how big fucking omnibus is.
Yes.
Oh, that's where
Yes.
you place the Book of Doom for the service. Yes, the pulpit, if you will.
Yes, absolutely.
You need that because the
Absolutely.
book is just ridiculous. Like, y'all are gonna laugh at
Yes.
me, and Keisha's gonna judge me because she literally got on me about this during our last Pink Riot meeting, and I was
You
supposed to
didn't
send
get it, did you?
did not. But I have a reason. I have a genuine reason. All right, so for y'all,
Mhm.
for context, y'all,
Go ahead.
we had a did y'all see how her whole vibe just changed? Go ahead. Tell them your
Go ahead.
excuses. But no,
Mhm.
actually, so right now, as we speak, guys, I am propped up in between shelves. I'm sitting on my bed. The laptop is literally sitting on, oh my God. So when you sign up for the D23 membership or whatever, they send you like a golden or a silver Mickey statue, depending upon what status you got. And it comes in
Mhm.
this like hefty box. My laptop right now is propped up on that box and said Kabuki omnibus because I was literally reading before I popped into this. That's how big that book is. And so when we were talking last time, what? What did I miss?
Shy says, prepare to yell out, ghetto!
Oh my God. But actually, though, so like when me and Keisha were talking, I was like, dang, I really need like one of those like lap desks for when I'm sitting here so that I can like prop my laptop on it and not have any like movement or whatever. And the reason why I didn't do it that very same time is because I was like, if I'm going to spend the money, I want it to be multi-purpose, multi-use. So like sometimes y'all have seen me with several different backgrounds whenever we're going live, right? Sometimes I'm sitting here on my bed. Sometimes I am sitting on my the chair for my vanity in front of my bookshelf, or the chair for my vanity in front of my posters. So like it's just wherever I happen to find myself, and I'm going to set up wherever I can, cuz I literally come straight, like I work remotely, but I literally log off work and then come straight here. So whatever I have time to set up is when y'all catch me in front of my glorious graphic novel shelf and everything looks cute. But some days I don't have time to do the setup, and I don't have space where my setup stays the same like Keisha's. So she was like, just buy the thing. But I wanted to get one where I could use it if I'm sitting here, and I could also like roll it the other way and use it for other settings too. So my thing was, I could have just got the lap one that I could use while I'm sitting in my bed and spent the $40, or I could spend a little more than that and get one that works for everywhere that I would need to use it. And I was going back and forth about the different options because unfortunately the type that I want is like a collapsible, over the bed, adjustable side table, right? A lot of those have the little thing on it through Amazon where it says frequently returned. And I will be furious if I get this thing and it messes up and then I have to replace it and have to spend the double money anyway. So that's
Right.
why
Or
I
if it
hadn't
breaks
done it.
while your laptop is on it.
Exactly. And then I have to mess
Okay.
around and fix or replace my laptop. I would be furious with myself. So I have a
Yeah.
genuine reason why I didn't get it. But because of that, my laptop is literally propped up on some bullshit right now.
As long as you know it's propped up on bullshit and dreams.
I know. And I'm shaming myself on Beyonce's internet so that I do better. But I literally didn't want to like just get one thing and then have to get another thing and spend like twice the money and be twice as disappointed. So yeah.
I understand that. I definitely understand. Okay. All right. I understand that.
This is why we need somebody's desk, somebody's fancy setup to sponsor us. So that way we have all of the setup tools that we need. But you know,
Facts.
we're here, okay? No weeks off. Regardless of what is propped up on, we're here for y'all. That's all that matters. Oh
A
my
mess. All
gosh.
right. So you're still looking. Have you
Yes,
found
I'm
any?
still looking. I
Okay.
actually have several options that I'm picking between. I just was like, I got overwhelmed and I got like 6 options, and I need to actually go through and look at reviews and the videos and all of that, whatever. But I went down a rabbit
That's
hole
fair.
so that I could
Yeah.
find some viable options here, because like I have limited space, so it defeats the purpose if I can't like fold it up and put it somewhere or roll it somewhere, doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Well, hopefully
This is the
you make
difference
a
in height when I remove the Kabuki book. Look at
that's
it.
a big book. That's insane.
It is. Like you
I wouldn't
literally
have even thought to open that book. That book would have stayed on the shelf.
No,
Just
you
been like,
literally have to use both hands. It's as big as my head.
nope. I definitely have an ebook out somewhere.
This is why
That's
we need
it.
a pulpit for books like this.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I was thinking like if we get a second camera
Mm.
so that we
Mm.
shine it and show the artwork and all of that, because I think I keep forgetting to open up these comic books and actually show artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's saying now you're
Yeah.
saying something. You're cooking with fire, and I think I already have the things to prop up my phone to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
only issue is we're on StreamYard.
What does that mean?
Okay, so I know a lot of y'all, Sheena, Roomful of Blurs, they're on Streamlab. And with Streamlab, that second camera is already in their plan. Even when you at the $16 one, right? But to get that on StreamYard, you basically have to sell your first child every month.
We would have to just log in as special guests from another device.
Oh Lord, that sounds complicated.
Nah, it's literally just like how we would send a link to anybody else who was coming on the show.
All right, we can try it.
Yeah, you
Do a
guys
test run.
You guys will have to bear with us while we try that on one of the episodes.
A show up for one of our test runs that happen in the middle of the day.
Yeah. You guys are welcome to come and watch us
Right.
figure the shit out. Dwayne said that's huge. Yeah, the book is a chunk. It's literally 1,310 pages. Yeah.
We'll never open that book.
Listen, the way that I open it and sniff it, something about.
I'm sorry?
You don't sniff your books? Hi, my name is Brianna, and I'm a book sniffer.
It depends. It depends on the type of page. I don't get that same smell from comic books. I get it from regular books.
What I want you to do right now, I hope you're not not wearing pants or something. Go get your Black Panther omnibus, open it, and sniff it. It just smells like
I have shorts on. But my butt looks different in shorts compared to others, so I'm gonna sit here.
Okay, that thing is hanging in short.
I'm gonna sit right here.
We'll have to. Now you have to make a reel of yourself sniffing the book. But Dwayne says he's a book sniffer too. I love regular book smell, but something about, I don't know if it's the ink that they use or the type of paper that they use. I get endorphins from that smell now too. That
I feel
page ink smell hits different.
See, I haven't felt that with comics, but they're Shy is saying it too. I'm a book sniffer, and it's totally true. Only regular books have that cool smell, right? I feel more educated with certain books because it just has a particular smell.
Yes,
and the pages feel thicker, and the ink it's just different.
It's the same thing with the omnibus pages versus regular comic book pages. The ink.
I'll try it.
Okay. Turn your camera off and go get it and then come back. The way that maybe it's because it's so many pages concentrated together or whatever, the smell of it just hits different. I don't know. Y'all, I know this is weird, but see, Dwayne gets it. Sealed omnibus smells great. That first, the smell dissipates after a time, but when you first crack that chunky omnibus, open it to the middle or the back or something, you know what I'm saying, and just sniff it. If you have to wash
very dirty.
Yeah, get all in the crack, girl.
Yeah, I'm all in the ass cracking.
Yeah. Are you smelling?
I get that there is a smell. I prefer regular books.
That's fair. I definitely prefer regular books, but I
Yeah.
think my brain has been trained to appreciate that you only get that smell when you get these chunky omnibuses, and it just makes me happy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dwayne is
that.
laughing, but he's rocking with it, I think.
Shy says maybe you could buy a can of new omnibus smell, like how they have a new car smell.
See, I think if I had the spray of it, it would take
Mhm.
away from why the smell actually makes me happy. Does that make sense?
Like it's also the act of opening it up and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that what
it
you mean?
sounds so
Yeah.
dirty when you say it like that, girl.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
yeah,
When you're spreading omnibus cheeks, that's the only time you get that smell.
ma'am.
But
I was not
actually,
expecting you to say it like that.
I'm trying to make my point here. But yeah.
As I get a whiff.
Look at y'all. I got Keisha
Of the-
spreading omnibus cheeks on Beyonce's internet.
That's gonna be the Pink Riot OnlyFans. Just letting you know.
Oh my god. When you open
It's
the
just
comments,
gonna
they
be
get
like
stripped
opening up
stores. That smell is
books.
great. Oh, see, I haven't experienced that, Dwayne. That's like a unique thing that I haven't experienced yet. And now I feel like I'm gonna have to be the weird ass that pulls up to Cape and Call on a Tuesday and goes, "Can I open some of these boxes? I just want to smell it real quick." I know. We have no chill, but
Ah.
you know,
Shy says Page ASMR and Omnibus Cheeks. Right. And just like describing it
omnibus
in the
cheeks, period. Wait.
filthiest way possible.
And if you feel so inclined, fresh pedicure, flipping the pages with the toes.
Oh,
Now, tell me that's not $1 million OnlyFans right there.
oh.
Oh my gosh, only fandoms. Period.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Yes.
Ajira.
I spread the butt cheeks of this omnibus.
We're spreading
just,
omnibus cheeks and
it is
sniffing them. Put your nose in the crack, girl.
I'm being transported. This is fantastic.
Wait, Dwayne said money.
Without joy.
The fact that Keisha has activated her inner ASMR goddess and just immediately went to work is crazy. We need a agent or a manager ASAP. Ajira said, "Wait a minute now. Whose cheeks?"
Spreading the cheeks.
The way that you're finesse caressing the crack is crazy. Oh my
Money.
gosh. She said I'm here for it. Period. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
We
I
should
got
do a
y'all.
fundraiser like that.
If I can
Just-
even hold this big ass book up, like, here we go. Look.
Oh my goodness. Exactly. Ajira, we should not be doing. This is just a preview. This is just a
It's a
preview.
preview. Only fandoms coming soon. Oh my god. I know. It's all right. We've gone off the rails at this point.
Wow, I've just thought of like 3 or 4 different ways to do that. That is deeply nah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my god. Ajira said, "I want a clip of this on the gram with no explanation." That is crazy work.
Yes. Yes.
You can't say those types of things and not expect Keisha to not do it. Oh my
The
god.
caption is no context. Have a great day.
No, because the way that Keisha played the hell out of me, because she broke up last week's episode and she took a clip of me. Stop that. She took a clip of me telling her that it was the most unmelanated thing I've ever heard of her do, and was like, "What do you think we were talking about, ma'am?" Ma'am,
When
I
I
feel
say
like that needs context.
when
That
I say I
definitely
have
needs
a blast, I really just post whatever.
whatever. That type of thing needs context. She really just, and
Oh,
I'm
Shy
laughing my
said,
ass off in the video too.
Shy said, "Oh my, I can barely hold it. It's so big." And wait, I gotta whisper it. Oh my, I can barely hold it. It's so big. Fresh.
Oh my gosh. Y'all can't, I'm not giving y'all my ASMR voice. You have to subscribe to hear mine, period. Wait, wearing socks with sandals. Ajira's guessing. No. You listen.
No, I went hiking. I got lost.
Tell the whole story, Keisha.
I went hiking, went on a trail I didn't know, got lost, and then ended up doing like a 2.5-hour hike with my dog.
Because she just
I
went
did
on
not
a
check the trail. I just
a
walked
route
into the middle of
that
a
she
park.
was unfamiliar with. Okay. Now I'm fine. And she tried to play me in the comments like, oh, hiking is not the issue. The issue comes in where you just were like, la-di-da, I'm going to go on this route that I don't know nothing about. And now I'm hiking for hella hours. That's hella crazy.
Fair.
Yeah. And you know that this heifer and room full of blerds had the nerve to come for me and my matcha oat milk lattes talking about that's WPS. I think getting lost on the trail and coming up missing is the ultimate WPS. Okay? So let's not.
I know. No. Nobody gets to add on to what she's saying. Shy said the start of every horror movie ever. Facts. But I had my dog.
Exactly.
And my dog.
The fact that you had your dog makes it worse. How dare you talk about me and my oat milk matcha lattes when you out here the penultimate.
It's just as bad. No, sorry.
Definitely not.
Both white people shit.
Listen.
Both white people shit.
My oat milk matcha latte, oat milk, because we're on the other side of 30 and I'm not having bubble guts in the middle of the day. Okay. Matcha, so I have sustained.
Were you drinking this before you figured out that you had stomach problems?
No, I was not. I was a regular coffee girly and was like, you know what? I need something that's not going to make me crash in the middle of the day.
His name is Gannicus, and he is a badass. But if you don't have food, and then he doesn't care about me.
That's not what his name would have been in the movie, Keisha. That's what we're trying to help you understand.
No.
Period.
My pit bull, my beautiful, adorable, lovable pit bull was with me.
Okay, and that's only going to help you if there's maybe 1 or 2 people trying to snatch you up in the middle of the forest.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a story about that. Not that I was on a trail or nothing. I was actually by my house. It's completely different.
Hold on, yeah. Some white lady, I love how you spelled that, gonna help your dog and watch you fall off the cliff, Keisha. That's what Ajira said. And actually, yes.
Yes, no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree because that happened around the corner from my house. Absolutely.
See? So why y'all coming for me?
Shy said, and just like that, the story's black because Pitbull. Facts.
Okay, no. Because if you get lost, okay, I'm gonna tell this story and then
that dog peed everywhere. He was gonna get us back home.
Let me help you. Okay? Because what was the name of that good white woman who came up missing after she went? So I forget her name, and I'm sad that I'm missing it. Hi, Sycotron. Okay, hey boo.
Hey, what's up?
In the movie, it's Fido the poodle. Facts, LT. But okay, this white woman went like somewhere with her boyfriend or whatever, and the boyfriend came back and the girlfriend was missing. It was all over the news for dumb long, okay? They went looking for her and asked me how many people of color bodies they found in that national park. They weren't even looking for them, but they went looking for this white woman and they found all of them bodies.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, now I have to find this lady's name. I remember because my flabbers were gasted because I seen this lady on the news and whatever, and they were trying to put it on the boyfriend, and I guess his like family was complicit somehow and something else he did. Didn't get the full story. I seen someone post a reel and they played that one of my favorite Beatles songs. Oh, look at all the lonely people. And it was like 20 some people, bodies that they found in the park when they were looking for this one white woman. And I want to say all but like 3 of them were people of color.
Facts.
So no, that is the ultimate WPS for you to be going on a trail you don't know. I don't care if you got 8 pit bulls with you. I said what I said.
I will not do that. I will stick to the trails I know.
Thank you. I need you to be safe. Just map it out ahead of time. You know, look it up, do a little Google deep dive before you just la-di-da your ass down the trail, for one. For two, nothing I could do to my oat milk matcha latte would present that level of careless danger. Okay.
I will take that for the loving criticism that is.
Thank you.
You know what, Ajira?
Ajira said, "Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to." Yes. Oh my God.
The only acceptable, and this is Shy, only acceptable dog for the woods is Falcor at this point.
Oh my God. Facts.
Oh my goodness.
And that's on Never Ending Story. LT said, "Thanks for the PSA, Variant Vixen. You're welcome."
Right.
Stay safe
Oh my
out
goodness.
there, friends.
Okay. So now that I've been told that, yes, fine. Okay. I will be better about that.
Y'all, I wasn't even gonna grill her like this on Beyonce's internet, but she came for me and my matcha, and so I had to reciprocate. Because once you get room full of blerds involved in roasting someone, there's no coming back. You've reached the point of no return. And Lady Mandalore pulls no punches and has already tried me about being light-skinned on live.
Y'all can go ahead and watch that video.
Yeah,
it
literally
is linked.
Go back and watch when we were guest stars on Room Full of Blurs, and you will see the way
it's like a solid hour of jokes.
It was non-stop light skin jokes, y'all. Non-stop. We were there was a part where we were like, "Oh, the parents are arguing," because I'm here because of circumstances. Oh my God.
Okay.
But what Patreon tier gets the ASMR vids though? Wait, okay, go ahead.
There are more people here. We're gonna do it one more time. This feels incredibly gross.
y'all,
I can't
there's a
believe
such
we're
thing as taking the bit too far.
We're gonna figure out which we're gonna figure out which tier we're gonna put that on.
Oh my god, that's some other tier right there.
It's gonna go on
We're
our Pink
gonna
Riot
have to create a
OnlyFans.
new tier to accommodate that because
It's
ain't no
gonna
way.
it's gonna go on our Pink Riot OnlyFans, and
Right,
like we said, we're gonna read. We're gonna turn page. Well, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
I'll
turning
just
pages
do-
with my toes, guys.
okay, and I'll just do this. It's yeah.
Look for our OnlyFans, Pink Riot Only Fandoms, okay? We're only reading comics. And we're spreading omnibus cheeks on the daily. Oh my god.
Hold on. Oh, you didn't hear what I said? I said
No, I
some.
didn't hear nothing you said because I was
Oh,
laughing.
because I said some insane stuff. I'm not gonna repeat it then.
Oh my god. We could tell by the intent look on your face that you weren't playing no game. She went
Took it
into full
seriously.
Keisha don't break character.
Yeah. You gotta take that job seriously.
You gotta
Gonna
take
work for
that
the money. You
job
gotta work for the money.
seriously. Make the money,
Yeah.
don't let it make you.
We asking for money, yeah.
I'm leaving here with something.
Right.
Oh my god. We love you back. I know we have no chill. We've let it go on for far too long at this point.
Yeah. Okay. But what
Wait. Anjira said, me watching the replay later with the volume turned all the way up.
do it.
Do it. I dare
Do
you
it.
to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is crazy. Crazy work. Speaking of which, it wouldn't be us if we didn't tell y'all about our Patreon and that we got new subscriber tiers, so hit that link in bio and support your girls because these comic books ain't gonna pay for themselves. And these cons ain't gonna pay for themselves.
Yo, really quick, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sheena and just shout out to everybody who took my threat seriously. Thank y'all for yes. Thank y'all for subbing. We're 100 strong.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. We literally, you have not because you asked not. You guys literally brought it to our attention last episode, and we went up like 24 subscribers just from saying something about it. So we appreciate y'all for spreading the word and showing us love. It really means literally, we were happy that we cracked 100 that day. And then by the following week, when we met for our Pink Riot meeting, Keisha was like, "Oh yeah, we're well past that." I was like, "Ah!" Happy dance ensued. Okay, absolutely amazing. So
it was awesome. It was awesome.
Absolutely,
what's up, Chaos Comics? Oh wait, hold on. Ajira said,
"I'm here to start over." It's crazy.
I'm cool with that too. But Ajir said, wait, did I miss the theme audio today? Yes, I surprised Bree with an updated version. I'm gonna play it again because it's so awesome.
The pool is with hot Havoc and the Variant Vixen.
Yeah. So dope. So that's gonna be the one we use. There's actually another one in there, but we haven't done a segment on it yet. So you'll see it whenever it comes up. It's not as cool as that one, but it's still cool.
Listen. The way, yay! Yeah.
She did an amazing job.
Hey,
and forever. And she's 8 shades of wrong, but I also get why she surprised me with it on live because you guys got the real reaction. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Don't start over for chaos. He's not important. But we love all of you. Start over is absolutely insane because we've been here for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Right, this is one of our longer shows, but I think we said that from jump. We was gonna do that.
Yeah, we knew we were gonna go over a little, but we talked about things that weren't even on the,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but we do need to talk about our half birthday is coming up.
Yes, a very merry birthday to us, a very merry birthday to us, all the vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that you were throwing ass to that. Yes, Lord. Okay. But yes, absolutely.
We turned 6 months.
6 months.
And by that show, we will have done, what, 25 shows? Or something like that?
Something like that.
Yes, Third Cam. We doing half birthdays. We're going to celebrate something.
Yeah.
But this one, we have a lot that we're going to be giving away.
Yeah, like a lot. So this next episode, so our half birthday episode is the episode after next week's episode. Okay.
May.
Period. And so next week's episode, we'll be sharing a bunch of the stuff that we're giving away in the giveaway so that you guys can see. It's like not no play giveaway. She's hefty. She's girthy. Yeah, it's a vibe. Yeah. Well, don't show that because you're not giving that away, but yeah.
No, okay. I thought that was like a code or something.
Oh, yeah. So from now on, guys, whenever Isha hears the safe word, she'll bust out with spreading the omnibus cheeks and some ASMR.
I'm going to limit how much I do that. Because, we need to get paid for it after a certain bit.
You have to be subscribed to the highest level tier in order to initiate the safe word. Oh my God. Things have gotten out of hand and there's no turning back at this point.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
All right, Chaos and Comics, you guys can switch to the next baby formula up at 6 months back. Oh, that reminds. Okay, we were talking about like setting goals for like building our community, and we were trying to come up with a name for this space online. And we were like, what are we gonna call our home? Do we have a lair? Do we have a tower, a tower, a headquarters? Like, what is this? And then Bree was like, well, right now with 100 subscribers, we're like in an Airbnb. And I was like,
not a permanent residence. We just rent.
Right. So we got to come up with a name for our home. This headquarters, this lair, like, what is the name for it? And we couldn't come up with one. So if you have a name that you think we should call this place, let us know. If it's an alliteration, same letter, starts with the same letter, extra points,
Yeah.
Extra points, like Titans Tower, something like that.
Okay.
Give us
we're
a
already
name.
Getting some red. The Riot Cave. Okay. I mean, that tracks because we outside. We don't have a lease, a mortgage quite yet. We're still building. Okay, the pink dungeon.
That sounds freaky.
It does.
I see leather.
It's on brand. Hottie HQ. Okay. You see how Keisha had her intake of breath? The pink pit. That's
That sounds
exactly where we're at
filthy.
right now. It does. It sounds dirty and nasty.
Yeah.
Dirty and
You know,
nasty.
like we're in there with Bane, and you know him and his girlfriend. They got the leather on, and
It sounds
yeah.
like a mud slinging good time. That's what it sounds like. But no, seriously, we're like, okay, once we get to our next milestone of followers / subscribers, exactly. Hey, yo. Once we get to our next once we get to our next milestone of subscribers, we're like,
Ajira.
we can upgrade to our little, you know, cute little big girl apartment or whatever for the secret lair, you know. Ultimately, I would like for our hero hideout, secret lair, villain fortress to be in like its own satellite spaceship in orbit around our home planet. But you know, obviously
Yeah.
the budget has to allow for that. So we're
Facts.
just
My only
starting
thing
off
is it
real
can't be
fun.
underwater.
Yeah, we
can't
had
be
a whole
underwater.
conversation about like what environments would be best suited to our hero and anti-hero activities. And you know, I think we're finally getting to be on the same page. The lit lair. Okay, that sounds like the next level.
Okay.
After the pink pit.
Right? We're
Riot
currently in the pink
Tower.
pit.
I love it. Right? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Keep ruminating on the possibilities, and we will definitely
Right.
keep you guys updated as we upgrade from layer to layer until we find our own hero
Yes.
anti-hero home.
Sheena says Keisha, she was so serious about the underwater.
Y'all, the
Absolutely.
whole
It cannot be.
conversation that was had about that, I was like, wait, but I want to be in outer space. And it's okay. We've come
Yeah.
to an agreement about how to best support each other in these shenanigans. And I can respect that she doesn't want to be underwater. Though I will say,
Because underwater is terrifying. We only know what a fraction of what's actually underwater. And then it's just so dark. And it's not like dark beautiful. It's just like pitch black dark down there.
the homies aren't down there.
I'm too
the
black
homies are
for
down
that. I'm too no, absolutely not.
Oh,
I
now you're
can't.
too black for that.
Absolutely. And I can't swim.
The homies are down there. You can't convince me otherwise.
They absolutely are, and that's wonderful and beautiful. I won't be.
Namor and the gang are really just, you know, living their best lives. And the Pink Palace, period.
Okay, and hear me out with the boom tube,
That's what I
right?
call my camp at Coachella, the Pink Palace.
I am worried about the boom tube because construction wise, what if there's a crack? What if someone builds it and it's not to, you know, they fail?
These are valid and genuine concerns,
Like,
Keisha.
what if they fail inspection? Just knowing the crap level of building that we have in America, like how will I ensure that I am safe going from A to B underwater? Absolutely.
Keisha is hiking without a map, but won't be doing more than dipping a toe in that water.
Yes.
Facts.
Because I know how to get away from a bear. I live near bears.
A bear
That's
is
fine.
the fact that the bear was the first thought is crazy. But I will say, I understand to some degree, but deep down in my heart, I have had this desire. This will be one of the first tests of our friendship as co-hosts when we make it big. Because the first that like you guys won't know how much money we're making, but there will be signs. And one of the first ones is I absolutely have to stay at that underwater resort in Dubai. I don't care. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Is
Look
there
it up.
another place nearby I could stay?
Oh, there's plenty of other hotels in Dubai. I'm just telling you where I'm gonna be at. Y'all will see that episode and be like, "Oh, for real, for real." Keisha's at like the highest of the high tower at whatever hotel, and I'm like underwater, and you see the dome. Please Google this place, guys. Please.
I'm good.
It is gorgeous. It is stunning, and I want to live my best mermaid life. I will
I'd rather
respect
see the
Keisha's
northern
wishes,
lights.
and our hideout will not be underwater, but I'm visiting there. Yeah. Tuning in from a beach, period. Ajira said, hire a Ugandan engineer, period. We need a Wakandan engineer, for being real, to make this underwater layer a real thing. Yeah, that's it.
That's also a little too high. That's tall. That's very tall.
What?
I can do like the 10th floor and be fine. I'm terrified. Like,
okay.
I'm truly terrified of. It's wild because I can just like walk into the woods and be fine. Like, not even think about that. But super high things in the water specifically terrify me.
She said somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's clearly gonna have to be a thing at some point. Like, where are you streaming from, Bree? Where are you streaming from, Keisha? This is where I'm at, and let me tell you why. But actually, okay, Dwayne is with you.
Yes.
Actually with Keisha.
I stayed in a hotel. Every time
Barbara's
I go to
still
New York, I stay at a hotel in Times Square, and it's terrifying because you can't even see the ground. Like, you look down from the window and you can't even see the
love
ground.
that. The way that I would have had the windows open so that the sunrise could have woke me up and I could have just looked out at everything but the ground, that would have been epic.
I need to feel connected to
Ain't
the
no
ground.
mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you.
Facts. You get it. And I feel like that's logical.
Yeah.
It's completely logical.
Oh my gosh. Yay, we love that you tune in and give us love because we love you back, Sheena.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We've been in here cutting up for a hot minute.
Facts. Did we get over it? Did we talk about everything? I feel like we talked about everything. Oh, okay. Another one of my random things, but we could talk about it later.
Oh my
God. I'll talk to you about it afterwards. It'll be a surprise for everyone else.
Yeah, we're going to have to run it back because this is the longest episode we've ever had because the shenanigans ensued. But we love to see it, and it's always a good time when you guys tee us up and key us up. But thank you guys for tuning in. We love all of our Riot fam. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe on all US platforms. Tell a friend to check out Pink Riot Comic Show. If you had a great time with us tonight, you don't have to stop the fun right now. You could always scroll back a little bit and check out some of our earlier episodes. I promise we were fun then too. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. Let that shit stream in the background so that our views can go up because, you know, we need the streams. Anywho's, we had a great time with y'all. We'll see y'all at the same damn place at the same damn time next week. We love you. We mean it. Bye.
Later. I definitely found more. All right, how many variants are there?
11.
Damn. Go ahead. No.